Hello, my brothers and sisters. This is Samuel Lang of the Revivalist Church. I'd like to share with you today my first video covering the first of many dreams and visions that the Lord has given me over the years. This vision took place October 27th, 1974 in the early morning hours. I lay there in bed with my wife who was pregnant. The Lord showed me that my wife would that early morning at dusk be taken to the hospital where she would deliver our first girl child, a beautiful baby girl. Well, he took me into the hospital in the vision, and I saw her speedily rushed through the delivery room doors by the nurses. I followed behind. As I followed behind, I opened the double doors, and instead of stepping into the delivery room, I stepped into a house, or on the porch of a house in Marlin, Texas. This house I recognize to be the house that my parents built in 1950, as I remember as a toddler standing on that porch between the ages of 1 and 2 as they moved in. This house is no longer there. It was torn down, and subsequently another house was built in this place which we lived in. And subsequently that house was torn down as my mother built another house uptown. This house was on the south rural part of Marlin, Texas. As I stood there on the porch there, I saw colors that I could not describe to you in terms of the colors that we see today. They were spiral, and they were like streams and rivers as they ran over the face of the earth. And they engulfed the whole earth. And finally, I saw the house where I was standing disappear. The porch that I was standing on disappeared. And there appeared a large cloud, seemed like it reached into the heavens. It's large, it was as tall as a skyscraper. And in the cloud, the pure white cloud, was the face of a man with a beard and a mustache. And he looked upon me. And I stood there with my eyes gazing upward and my head locked in the midst of my shoulders. And I saw the love in this man's eyes, and the compassion was so overwhelming. But I knew that at that time that I was standing in the presence of the Almighty. For it was a glorious sight, it was an awesome sight. It was so tall as if it spanned as high as you could see, but yet so close I could reach out with my hand and touch him. It was a glorious sight. Then he spoke, and he spoke, and his voice seemed to thunder through eternity, like a voice of many waters. Oh, the glory and the majesty of it all. And then I woke, and as I woke, I found myself partly in bed and partly out of the bed. My right knee, my left knee and my left leg was on top of the bed, and most of my body was out of the bed. My right knee and right leg was on the floor, and my elbows was on the floor, and my wrists was crossed, and my forehead and face was upon my wrist. I was in the presence of the Almighty, for I had seen God face to face. Oh, it was a glorious sight. And I felt an emotion of love so great that I've never known before. Love that so great that I wanted to go back and to be with him forever, for the love that he had filled me with, and the love that he himself was. But yet equally so was another emotion of fear, because I feared that if I were to go back, I would be destroyed because of the majesty and glory and the holiness that he was. And I myself was not right. My righteousness was as filthy rags. So needless to say, so stuck in emotion over one out, and I did not go back. But he had told me, he had called me to preach, and also he had told me that there would be other things that he would tell me in the course of the years that will have an impact upon the church, for he will give me the revelation of Jesus Christ that I will share with the world today, even as Peter, Paul, and John preached it. And I'm coming to you now, brothers and sisters, to let you know if you download these videos and you share them with your friends, neighbors, relatives, enemies, them far and near, in this nation and around the world, that you and they will be blessed, for this is the time for revival. God bless you. This is my prayer. The brother Samuel Lane. God bless you.